Hey, it's Wes, and we're always looking for those quick and easy meals, right? Well, I got a couple for you using ground beef. I got a chance to go to Sunset Foods in Highland Park, got some ingredients, and I learned some things along the way. We're gonna use ground beef on a couple different things. We're gonna do air fried teriyaki meatballs. We're also gonna do a baked penne with meat sauce. We're gonna whip these things up, show you how simple and easy it is to make a meal tonight for your family using just ground beef and these ingredients.
All right, easy weeknight dinners is what we're doing, so to make it a little easier, Sunset Foods is gonna take care of the side dishes. I headed over to the deli to grab a container of broccoli salad with cashews and some green bean almondine.
Does almondine mean it has almonds?
Yes, toasted almonds.
All right. I like almonds.
Oh, look at all this meat. I had to learn from the expert. And that expert is Matt the Butcher at Sunset Foods in Highland Park. He recommended sirloin. It's got lots of good flavor and 90-10, so they won't be super greasy meatballs.
So our sirloin is right here. This is the 90-10. That would be my best recommendation.
That's the one to go with it.
And usually we stay, as far as portions, about half a pound per person.
Do I look like a half a pound per person to you, Matt? Come on.
You and me both.
I don't know about you, but I'm thirsty. We're making 2 meals, so I think it's only right that I get 2 different beers. For the teriyaki meatballs, a Saison from Ravinia, and a breakfast stout from Founders to pair with a penne. All right, let's make some meatballs.
So the recipe calls for 2 pounds of ground beef, but I'm gonna cut it in half since it's only my wife and myself. So we're using 1 pound, like I said, of the Sunset Foods ground sirloin, 90% lean. So we'll put the hamburger meat in there. Half a cup of breadcrumbs. An egg. The soy teriyaki, which I'm gonna use a 1/4 cup of that. I guess this is a big seller there. They have all kinds of different flavors, but they sell this one the most. Yum!
You gotta mix up the meat mixture really well, and using an ice cream scoop with a little olive oil, we roll these up into golf ball-sized meatballs.
So now I'm gonna turn on the air fryer. We're gonna get things going. We're air crisping it. We're gonna go down to 375 and get things started. We're gonna put those babies in and get the sides all set up and get the drinks poured. The side, we are gonna do green bean almondine, like I said. It's just some green beans with crusted almonds on there. The beer they decided to pair up with and suggested I pair up with this meal is a Ravinia Saison. And they said that it pairs well with Asian food. So obviously we're doing air fryer teriyaki meatballs. And it'll pair up perfectly with that. So that's beer we're doing with that. And that's the side. And the meatballs have about 30 seconds left, and let's get them plated up. We'll start pulling these babies out and put them on the plate. You know me, I'm a big boy. I like my meat, so I'm gonna have a few of these babies. Those are really, really good. And then the green bean almondine. Perfect side, gives me some greenery with my meat. That's a perfect meal. Simple, easy, quick. It's air fryer teriyaki meatballs. I suggest this one. I'm gonna give you meal number 2 coming up. It's baked penne with ground beef and tomato sauce, and we're gonna do it now. It's obviously the ground beef again with the 90% lean ground beef. I use the ground sirloin. They grind it every single day and they test it for the right fat content, and then they put it out on the shelf. So just to let you know, it's the freshest ground beef you can get at Sunset Foods. But I'm gonna use I screw it up every time. Arrabbiata. I know I can't pronounce it. Let me show you what. Arrabbiata. There's a basil, there's a marinara, and there's our arrabbiata. I'm really bad with big words, but that one has a pepper on it, as you can see. So of course I want to go with that because I like spicy. So,
And I'm getting Sunset's brand of extra virgin olive oil too for this meal, which is imported from Italy. This would be a good time, by the way, to tell you about Sunset's Glow Rewards, because you could get a free jar of pasta sauce along with many other great perks. Just visit your local Sunset Foods for more info on that. And one more thing we need for this Italian meal: an Italian dessert. Look at this enormous piece of tiramisu. So back in the kitchen, I'm chopping up the fresh basil to add to the pasta sauce. This is Gotham Greens basil grown right in Chicago. Gonna add that to the saucepan along with the sauce and get the ground beef all browned up.
all right, so we're gonna add the tomato sauce and basil to the ground beef. And then we're gonna let that simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes while we get the pasta going. And then we're gonna transfer that all to the baking dish and get it in the oven.
Penne is cooking away, the beef and the sauce are all ready to join the party. This is gonna be some good stuff.
All right, so you add the ground beef and the pasta sauce and basil to the baking dish as we're warming up the oven to 350. Grab some of the Parmesan, freshly grated at Sunset Foods. Add a generous amount of that. We'll save some for the top. All right, oven's almost at the 350 mark. Add in the pasta. This is very low carb, just to let you know. Oven's ready at 350, gonna go in for 20 minutes. Gotta add a little extra at the end. My wife's gonna kill me for that one.
Hope you're enjoying this episode of Lake County Cooking, by the way. It's time to take this out of the oven, plate it up, and see how we did.
All right, so obviously we've got the baked penne with ground beef and pasta sauce. Ready to try that. And as a side, I went with broccoli and cashew, a broccoli and cashew salad. Just because you're so hearty with the pasta, cheese, the ground beef and everything, that I want something a little light on the side. And then the beer I chose to go with this is a Founder's Breakfast Stout. You're like, breakfast stout with a dinner, because you won't lose the flavor of the beer. When you're eating this stuff, if you were gonna do like a Pilsner or a lager, you would just be lost. You would be basically drinking a beer flavored water. You wouldn't be able to taste it. So you want something that you can actually taste the beer too. And just to let you know, it is called Breakfast Stout because you can't drink it with breakfast. Let's try this out. Very good, a lot of flavor. I don't usually eat a lot of pasta, but this, you know, just the right amount of pasta with the ground beef and the pasta sauce. I give it a 10 out of 10, not just because I cooked it either. Try some of the broccoli. I feel so much healthier now. Dessert is coming up next. Let's go for it. I'm not even a huge tiramisu fan, but this is pretty awesome. This is pretty amazing.
Thanks again for watching Lake County Cooking with Sunset Foods and my quick weeknight meal ideas.